losing me, looking better than me, but we got to give it to him because he is the first one to ever come on the show looking like this. This guy came in ready. He is prepared. He's fired up and lit. Look at the beautiful smile on his face. He's ready to go.
Smee, talk to me. Smee, we talked about this. You got me beat in the hair category. You got me beat where it matters.
I think I got a better beard. I got a better beard, I believe.
I gotta try. I gotta do something. Look at this. See this right here? And we're just gonna be real. This ain't right. Look, I don't even know. And I got the pimple here. At this point, I got like a constellation star thing. So let me call myself.
What constellation is it?
Orion's belt.
Orion's belt.
I didn't even have to think. That's the only one. That's the only. I'm glad I studied that before. I'm glad I studied that.
So I want to get into you, and I want to get really like into like what you're about here. You have a crazy story, very good story, very powerful story. I just want to get into you a little bit. Give us a little bit about yourself. Where you came from with the Mammory and coming into Twitch, and how you found your way on the Twitch.
So with Twitch and Mammory, it's interesting. It's not really deep at all. But I'm a huge fan of Twitch, and I always have been. And I would lurk, really not say anything. And I'm in California now. Moved to Ohio. Came back to California. We can talk more about that, but just kind of lurked and watched Twitch, mainly YouTube, and started interacting with the streamers. And this was really cool in a time that I was like, not feeling my best, but able to talk in a lingo, in a language that others understand and understood. And you have a sense of belongingness, if that makes any, if that's even a word. But I really had never felt that. Like, this person is so in love with this game, so intense, just like me, and I have the ability to speak with them, and that kind of got me started with Twitch. And so I made my name. My name is Matthew Amory. So I made Mammory, and I changed the spelling. And one day I went into a chat, and then my buddy, how's it lactating? What are the boobs? Where the boobs is? And I'm like, what is going on? What the hell? You just
gotta pay it. Not, you gotta let chat go. Just not pay attention to it.
No. But like, it's funny. I didn't know it was a gland. And, that's there we go. So like, that's how that was invented. But it was a wonderful thing. I started watching streamers and became inspired, because they have the ability to really change the life of another in a positive way. And you can be in someone's house basically every day, bringing them up and changing their life and putting positive vibes out there. And I really think if you can do that for one person, no matter the degree, you play your part, but you have a major impact. And I was feeling the impact. I was feeling the love for the first time. And if you can provide someone inspiration and hope, just a spark, it's really a beautiful thing. And that kind of inspired me to get on Twitter. And I really wanted to know. I really wanted to get to know some of these streamers, and I feel like they are family. Smee, your family. And but it wasn't that easy of a road. That's kind of the quick notes. And next thing you know, I'm streaming. I'm having trouble streaming, but in a better place now. But that's kind of how I got started where I'm at now in a nutshell.
Yeah. So when you say you struggled a little bit, I know you go through a lot of different stuff: anxiety, depression, struggled with a lot of different things in life. And how have you learned and become who you are and where you're at now?
Well, may I take this from the start?
Have at it. What we're here for.
Because chat, I want you to rock with me. And chat, when I say this, I don't want sympathy. I'm not a victim of any of this. However, I want to share my story. And I as a child, I was abused sexually, physically, and emotionally. Again, this is not. This is not. I don't want sympathy. We're fighting. I know we fight. We fight. We fight. But that kind of laid a foundation that got me to very success in places I shouldn't have been successful, like with football. But it laid a foundation, and there's something with me, and something happened in that childhood that one day I have the story. May I share it?
Yeah,
I
I
mean, it's
have it,
deep
man. That's what
shit.
we're here for. Go
This is
for it.
deep shit, and
That's
I
okay.
remember this. I remember this like it's yesterday, and something changed when I was a kid, and you didn't ask, and I don't want sympathy, but if you want it, this is it. Something changed. I remember this, like, you didn't ask my dad to watch cartoons. My dad's a Persian guy. He's Iranian. He came over from Tehran, and I think they had different ways of raising children. And I knew better to ask. So I asked my mom to ask my dad if I could watch cartoons, and this still is with me today. So with all that, I am not a victim. If anything remains today, it's emotional. Emotional is what I struggle with. So the physical and whatever, I just want someone to hear that so they can
We got your
say,
back,
hey,
bro.
this
We
guy.
got your back.
But I remember my mom went and asked my dad if I could watch cartoons, and when I have this, when I'm telling this, I'm there. I'm at this place. I can smell the cigarette smoke of my dad, and just it's I can see like the old '80s wallpaper, and my mom with her man. It's
The
just
flowers.
it's the flowers and the fake and the signs, um, and my mom asked my dad, "Hey, can you watch cartoons?" And she's like, "Yeah. You can watch cartoons." And she turns around, and I remember he hit her so hard in the back of the head, she just dropped to the ground. And I've seen this before. I've seen it multiple times, but I still hear it. Bam! And I still hear it, and I still feel it. And that's when something changed, man. Like,
Now, was
you
that
could do whatever
change?
to me, but to see her, that's when I started to, that's when shit started to get fucked up.
Right.
And what I mean by that is there was an anger that developed, a trigger that had developed that I don't know if you could say the soul, whatever happened, it happened then. And that's still a part of me today. That passion that you never show weakness.
Right.
Because I can't show weakness around my. If you show weakness, you're fucked. Because there is no logic. There is no logic in this situation. You're fucked no matter what. But if you show weakness, you're in trouble. So you start to see and study the way people act, and you start to study inconsistent and like this person has a personality disorder, and I'm kind of picking this up. And but with thank goodness for my mom, it was like an angel and devil, and that's kind of still in me today in Mammory, because that competitiveness, that drive. I mean, Smee, if I want it, I'm gonna go numb. I'm gonna go numb, and I'm gonna fucking get it. And the passion has to be there. That's what triggers that memory. That's what triggers that child. And we'll get to what happened last year later, if you want me to get into it now. But eventually, all that collapsed. It was not real. It wasn't real. You weren't. I am not in a trauma situation anymore, and it collapsed. Everything collapsed. But it was, I really think the universe has a story to tell us all if we listen. And it's been a blessing. None of this I'm saying is, nothing I'm saying to you is me being victimized, poor me, poor me. But this is what made me who I am. And if anybody can relate, I'm always there. I'm always with you. And so Mammory to me is the underdog. Because if I don't have this trigger, and I'm kind of getting triggered, as you can you may be able to see the passion is coming out. If I don't have this child, this inner child, this fun, I just have fun, and it protects me. If I don't have this, I don't know if Mammory is a completely different thing. I don't know if I even have the ability to stream. So it's a seed that was planted, but I find it to be a beautiful thing because I can always have that. I always have that child mentality, that
Right.
broken child. And if you have that, you have an ability to tap into a world of creativeness if you can stay into this present and use your imagination from a child. You can build whatever you want in your subconscious and really be a liaison and bring it to reality. I really believe that.
Now,
So as you
when
can tell, I'm
you
kind of a
now when you get
my
into building this subconscious thing, like how you're talking and everything, now to me, I question is where I guess where I find myself in your story here is when you get into that mode, do you still have is it still reality in front of you, or is it just are you in, as you say, building? Are you in another spot, like you're doing some other? It's just a different.
when I'm in that spot, I'm hypersensitive. I'm
Okay.
hypersensitive to others' feelings and emotions, and I cry a lot. You'll
Hey,
see me on
that's
stream
that's
and
all
I
right.
cry,
Emotions are fine, man.
but I this is what I think, and I think this now. I am in such a spot of gratitude to everything is out of love. I don't care who, if it's someone who just says hi, it's a human soul. I want to get to know these people. And it really allows me to be in kind of a different mode. You know, I'm tunnel vision in a sense. I hate to say it,
They
kind
locking
of an
in, man.
asshole,
Hey, I mean, everybody
but
has
I'm
that
locking
part.
in. And if I don't, when I see this, I'm very good at seeing other people's weaknesses because I have so many weaknesses. And when I see those weaknesses, to me, that's an opportunity to pick people up
Right.
and show love and provide love in a manner that is not invasive. However, I'm not very successful with it, but that's what I'm
Now,
going for.
a question for you. Like, I mean, as this is coming to my mind, is do you find it as a weakness, or I find like you being able to see that and pick somebody else up and bring them up. I don't see that as a weakness to me. I would see that as a strength. To me, that's a strength
I
that
don't,
you.
if you want me to sit and analyze that, I don't see it as either because it is what it is.
Right. Okay.
It just is.
Well, I mean, you
And I
called it a
have that
weakness. That's
ability.
why I asked you. Like,
Yeah,
so
yeah, but you bring it you make it a great point. You want to know why I say it's a weakness? Because I've
yeah, I do.
always been
Let's get
taught
into
it's a
that.
weakness. I've always been taught that that's a weakness. Even as a child, that's something that I've had. I love people. I try to convince myself that I hate people. I love people. I myself am never going to be great or reach the pinnacles that I wanted to reach or be successful, and that's okay. However, if I can introduce people or inspire someone, or maybe just, hey, here's my guy Smee, he can help you with your mic. And this guy's a wonderful person. I know he has a wonderful soul. And I can introduce him to someone who I also know is a wonderful person and has a wonderful soul. Now his mic works. He doesn't have that anxiety anymore. And you see him flourish. And then you go to the next one. And you don't want anything in return. There's nothing in return. That's a gift. And I can't really see that unless I am hypersensitive. And one another thing I do love to do, and it may come across as fake and phony, and sometimes I read my messages and they sound that way. I love to point out to people the positivity they bring that they may not know about, the impact that they've had.
Right.
And I think that to me can be a gift. This is where it gets weird to me. In order to do that, you must be in the present, meaning you need to rip the layers of society off you. For me, I need to rip that anxiety off. I
Right.
need to rip that torn apart child, because if I don't give you if I'm giving you the torn apart child, I'm giving you a victim mentality.
Right.
Kind of what I had when I started streaming. Why me? Why is no one in my chat? Well, that's the first thing, that attitude. So, but
Now, there's one thing I want to touch on. We had this one. This one's super sensitive to me. It's because this is how we really met, me and you. The day you came in my chat, not knowing, I've seen your name a couple times coming in the chat, and not like, this gets me emotional. I'm already there. So this was real. Mammory comes to me. He's like, I need to talk to you. And this is like one of these things that really, it I'm not gonna lie, it fucked me up, because when you hear it, you're like, how do you handle it? For one, how do you move through it and be a friend and make sure he knows that you're not there to hurt him or do anything crazy? He comes to me and we have a call. He starts messaging me. He's like, I need to tell you this, and it's serious. I know Mammory from nothing, but his tone, his demeanor instantly told me he needed my help. Instantly. I gave him my number. And the first thing that came out of his damn mouth is, he goes, "You saved my life. You saved my life." That's heavy. That's heavy shit. Like, it was one of those things that it made me and him grow together. Like, because it showed me how powerful being positive was on Twitch and not being a complete fucking douchebag on this platform. It showed me that I'm reaching something and I'm doing something more than being a content creator. And that's what he told me. He literally said, the positivity from your stream has changed the way I think, the way I move, the way I do things in life. And that right there was probably the most powerful thing that's ever happened on this platform to me. And that's what grew me and him to being the friends that we are. And that's like that. He has my number, and I told him 100 times, you can call me whenever you need to call me. And he knows I'm picking that phone up anytime it rings.
And what, if I may give the story from my side?
Go ahead.
At that point, this, again, I'm not a victim of this shit. It just is. It is what it is. But my family was gone. I pushed everybody away, and this is not a feel sorry thing, but you get yourself into a place of darkness and isolation. And I really think anyone battling depression or anxiety, the number one fuel for depression and anxiety is staying quiet.
100%.
That's why people who are predators, they try to keep you quiet and isolate and isolate and isolate. It fuels it. It'll kill you. And that darkness, that I couldn't talk to Nina G. And you say, when you need me, call me. Well, what the fuck? What? That's what people say. When you need me, call. Well, no, I don't want to be a fucking burden.
Right.
And there was something with Smee. His soul, I could see it. And I was scared as fuck. And I had so much fucking rage. That kid was ignited. And I never had self-empathy in my life. I demand perfection. And perfection is impossible to reach. And I have no self-empathy. So I hurt myself. And if someone makes fun of me, I hurt myself. Like, you see these shits on this is me healthy. And I pick and this is and it's a bad spot. I hope nobody goes to that spot. The spot of darkness, the spot you're so hypersensitive, you're so bored, but you're so tired and your soul wants to jump out of your body. And people would walk by my apartment and I could feel the vibrations and the isolation. And I needed somebody. And he was there. And can you imagine A fucking game? A game. A video game is why I'm here.
100%.
So,
But that's the way of life, dude. That's the crazy things in life that happen. Sometimes it's the weirdest fucking things that bring people that are meant to be together to help each other. It comes from the weirdest shit. Like, I mean, the weirdest times in life, man. It's just, it's
and
happens.
chat, hear me out. The universe has a plan. However, you can search. Smee and I were talking about this. Smee, you can search for the negative on Twitch and you'll find it, and it will strike you. It'll feed you whatever you want. But you can also search for that positivity.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, giving back, and I know this because I'm a failed fucking streamer. You guys who saw me stream before, I started off as the real me, and the anxiety, I just turn into this I'm not supporting anybody. I'm just fucking I am nobody without my friends in this community
I mean,
putting me on. And I wasn't supporting back. It was a selfish, I don't know what it was, but it failed and it crumbled. And now you can, if anyone has been down that path, you can start clean today. And if you can bring light to someone's life, to me, I can point out things that they may not see. Like Smee. Smee spent probably 75 minutes. He listened to me bitch and complain last night, all fucking night. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do this because I'm scared. Because I'm scared to come on here and fucking fail. It's not Smee's fault. It's not the technology. And we talked for like 75 minutes. I know that because I saw the amount of time on the Discord call.
I mean,
this is we're not recording this just so we could vibe out. And it did not calm me down. It calmed my soul. He doesn't have to do that shit. We talked about this. We got a new camera set up in 10 seconds because and I just want you all to know there is light and positivity in here. And don't focus on that negativity we see. If you focus on it, it'll fucking eat you alive. Then it's going to penetrate your subconscious. Then you're going to be fucking having thoughts about this Twitter shit. But just bring light into someone's life.
yeah,
It's really fucking simple.
Getting on that, I mean, it was like I said, we had, I think the call was a big turning point in your life. I might be wrong on that. But that talk was serious. Like, I had to compose myself, and like I'm not gonna lie, it was a weird fucking spot to be, because I didn't know Mammory. I had no clue who he was. But I mean, you guys know we are big with we are huge when it comes to suicide prevention, suicide awareness stuff. We do a lot with that. So it was already in my mind as like, I have to go. Like, I have to do it. I shut the stream off instantly. I wasn't gonna have the conversation. We were rocking. We had everything popping over here. I was like, look, guys, I have to go help this guy. Like, I have to go and do all that. You know what I mean? Like, that was,
stream, I think, had 40 or something in it.
yeah. And I was like, I apologize, guys, but I gotta go help. And that's what I did. I literally shut the stream off right there. And then I don't even think we rated out. But the conversation we had, he was talking to me how he wanted to adjust his life, how he wanted to make it go forward and stuff. And I was like, look, he was talking about getting ready to start therapy. And I'm like, look, if you go to therapy, let's go in there and just just lay it out, man. Just let it flow. Let it happen. Let it go. Just let everything go. And that's not an easy thing to do for anybody, especially in his position where he's dealt with it for such a long time, to let it all out and give a person he knows nothing about get it all. It's not easy for anybody to do those things in life. I'm not speaking generally on him. I've been there. I'm sure there's plenty of you that have been in chat that have been in that situation. But we had this conversation a little bit earlier, me and him, and I wanted to bring it to the stream because it was a good conversation where when you're around people and everybody is part of that situation as you're growing up, your mom, dads, sisters, brothers, cousins, aunts, uncles, whatever they may be, they're around the situation, so they're going to give you their opinion on how you need to get fixed. That opinion is bullshit because they deal with it. They're there. They those people cannot help you as much as they think they can help you. They tell you how to do things. As soon as they start telling you how to do things, it's instantly going to be bad because of the fact that you're doing it their way, not the way that needs to be done to help you. And that's why I explained to him, I said, let's take, like, when you go to therapy, allow yourself to open up. I said, it's going to be hard, but allow yourself to open up and put it all out there because that person is not part of the situation. They have no clue of the situation. Give them everything that you need, that you want, like you give it all, and then let them give you something back. And which is one of the things I always told him, and I've talked to him multiple times on this, is don't make it a do. Give yourself the opportunity to learn. Give yourself the opportunity to have these things at play. So what you do, this is one of the greatest things I learned in therapy, was write down solutions. Try the solutions. They may not work. They may work, but it's not a thing that you have to do. It is a solution to try to see if it helps you. And that's how me and him have been. We've been on that path. And like when he says he has something, I try to give him the positive side of it, or I try to say, hey, well, maybe we adjust something and try to go this way. And like I said, I don't tell him you have to do this. I tell him, hey, make an adjustment. You know, maybe an adjustment makes a difference. Maybe there's something you can do differently that can make this situation better.
Let me put this in perspective from my end.
Go ahead.
What you say is beautiful, but let me tell you what you did for me. You began the process of, I saw this is what you love, your passion, and you stopped the love you gave me. You gave me a gift of self-empathy and empathy. You were able, based off the cues you saw, to say, this is serious. You put yourself in my shoes, in your situation, and I sucked that up like a sponge. And that's a gift, bro. Can you imagine putting that in someone's fucking life?
No.
To have the ability to empathize? I haven't done it for 37 years.
Right.
That is a gift. Chat, if you're hearing this and you can empathize, I think is the highest frequency vibe you can have. I really do. And it's a wonderful way to redirect anxiety and depression. Yeah. Because if you feel that way, you have you don't even know this. You have an unknown way to tell who else is suffering without even really talking with them. And the more trauma you have, the more you can pick up. And I'm in the business. Smee's in the business. I think this chat is in the business. Everyone in here, of when we see weaknesses, we protect that. We protect it, and we watch our homies grow. We don't have to tell them what it is. We don't have to tell them directly, but in a non-invasive manner, we protect the ones we love. That doesn't mean we fight with people,
right?
But I'll be fucking damned if someone comes in my chat and says something to offend somebody. You're gonna see me. It's not gonna be pretty, because I'm not doing this for me. Like I'm really not. I don't have that strength.
You do.
But to get that message out, like, and maybe show my perspective that, guys, I failed miserably. I had everything handed to me from, I could have gone to the NFL. I could be a millionaire right now with the businesses I've had, to losing it all, trying to kill himself, failed at that, failed at killing himself. Come on.
Just to say, I'm glad you failed at that. That is a thing.
if
I'm
I
glad, man. I mean,
can I tell you about that?
yeah, just give me one
You see
second
this?
though.
You
Give me
see
one
this?
second.
Okay.
So with that, with you failing, I got one of my best friends in my life. You know what I mean? Like so, like that's how I look at it. Like I mean, that's literally
Much
how
love.
I look at it. Is you don't fail, we never meet. I never get to grow. You never get to grow. We never get to go on the journey that we're on right now. You know what I mean? So sometimes failing's a good thing. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
there's it's you learn a lot from failing. If you can't learn from failing, you're in trouble.
me, can I tell you? It's
Yeah.
probably the best thing that ever. Guys, look at my skull. This new camera, I think you can see it. You
Yep.
can't see the back, but you. This right here. This is this hole in my head. These cracks. I mean, I call that's what brought the light. It brought the light in. So it was one of the, at the time, you'd think, you survive a thing and it's kind of a high. And the community, I mean, one guy who really stuck by me, and I don't ever know if he knows the impact he had on my life, is WTF, what the fuck, gamepad. So I'm going to shout him out. And this is before I'm streaming. This is before I knew Smee. This guy has gone above and beyond. Like, wow. And could you imagine just being at the fuck bottom? What do I do now?
Right.
I don't really even. What do you do after you go? Well, you're gonna live. You're back on the street. What do you do now?
Get the
You
fuck
don't
up and
feel
go.
better.
It's time to go
But
now.
you don't. I thought you feel better. I thought you get better. I thought right when you went to therapy, you should be better.
A
That's what the fuck they told me.
lot of time,
It's
man. A lot of
hard
time.
fucking
Work.
work.
100%.
And guess what? It still may not work. But at that core I'm a fighter and I'm not going to stop. I will fight, and people don't understand this. They don't see this about Mammory. I'd love to be a kid and have a fun side, but if there's something I'm passionate about, I will fucking do everything I can in the legal system and fight every minute, every second. I will gouge eyeballs, rip teeth out, whatever the fuck it happens. And that's for my friends. The passion has to be there. But this is where it gets dangerous. Where does that passion and desire go when you don't release it? Where's that energy go? It's got to go somewhere. And I just want to say, and Smee, we touched on this, and I'm going everywhere. I'm bouncing
You're
everywhere.
fine. That's you.
That's
Either
me.
accept
That's
it or
me.
you don't.
But if don't let that shit, Nina G will tell you.
Fucking cap.
Nina G will tell you, don't bottle that shit in. Let it out. Don't have those conflicting energies. I promise you.
Yeah, man. It's definitely like it's definitely one of those things is if you don't let it out, it's definitely gonna rip you apart. It's gonna if you can't find somewhere to put it. And I think your way of putting that energy out is through your stream. I mean, to me, would feel like that's your release. Just watching and paying attention to you is that just where you release all that.
And Smee, I still hold it back. I still am scared. Everyone in chat, everyone here, I want you all to know I'm still scared and insecure. So I am not close to my peak.
Yeah, but I mean that's the beauty of it though. You're still learning. You're still going forward. You're still being positive. You know what I mean? You're doing everything the right way and still going way you need to go. And I think you have a great surrounding of people. And I think in your stream, they don't give a fuck about your wins. They don't give a fuck if you lose. They're not there for that. They don't care. And it's been reiterated in your chat multiple times. We don't give a fuck if you win or lose. We are here for you, Mammory. They literally say it right to you nonstop. So
I have a tough time accepting that.
You have to. You don't have a fucking choice now. Like, you know what I mean? We're taking that little thing where you thought you had a choice. It's gone now. It's going. So now,
Well,
if you fucking lose, we're just gonna tell you you fucking lost. Go to the next game. You know what I mean? Like that's what you have to
no,
do.
you're absolutely
You
right. And
have
can
it.
I tell
Just let it rip.
you?
Let it out, man. Let it fly. Let it
That's what.
just come. Now I'm getting amped up over here.
But I want to say this, and not to sound fucking weird, but I do feel, in a sense, that I have picked up like everyone in this stream. Look at it right now. Big Cat, Casio, CMG Ron, Devil Dog.
They're not here
Nito.
for our content, bro. They're here for us.
No, but each one of them have given me such a prize and beautiful thing. And it's everybody that I've come across, like everybody that I've met on this platform. And I hope they know when I'm streaming, I'm rocking with them and the gifts that they have given me. That's why I'm able to do this. And I hope if it can inspire one person, I don't know if you've all seen the Mammory sleep streams. I just it looked like I was dead. That was scary.
Yeah.
And people were worried. That's kind of sad and pathetic.
No,
I'm falling asleep.
don't look at it that like
and
that.
I mean,
You're
I was
fighting.
I was
but you're fighting.
I was
You know what I mean? You're
fighting,
going
but
through things that most of us probably aren't. There's probably a lot of us that fucking couldn't handle what you went through. You know what I mean?
I was taking that anxiety medicine and it really, really worked. So I took some more and I took some more and
Because you wanted to cloud what you were feeling, and
yes,
and that's I mean,
yeah.
trust me,
to see that reality.
most of us, like there's more than what we see. You know what I mean? And sometimes when we're hurting like that, we do whatever makes us think that we feel good, but it's not really making us feel good. It's doing the opposite. It's the cover up. It's what we talked about earlier, where we become so good at hiding shit, and then when we eventually get to that spot where we can't do it no more, or we fall the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like, or we fall and we make that one slip, and it gets seen how bad we really are. And I think that was that peak for you that you got in that medicine. That medicine just was that little outlet. It made you feel good. It kind of helped you hide a little bit, and then you fucked up, and you got into that. You know what I mean? It was just too much, and then you were falling asleep and stuff. But the real people that are there, the people that are watching, the people that give a fuck about you, understand it. They don't question you. They didn't, hey, like the first question I did, I'm messaging you. I'm like, hey, you good? You all right? You know what I mean? I didn't say Mammory, like, what the fuck are you doing? I didn't come at you sideways and be like,
no.
be anything like that. No, I'm just saying, like, this is what people fucking do. The ones that care, they understand, hey, Mammory's fighting something. Mammory's going through something that most of us aren't fucking holding. You know what I mean? You know, like, most people don't have the shoulders. That's where I think you got to understand is you have these fucking shoulders. Your back is so fucking powerful. You have the power that I don't think you see it. That you carry a lot of weight, dude. You carry a lot, and you have one of the best fucking souls on this fucking platform. You know what I mean? Like this isn't. I'm not trying to make an excuse or pity for anything for you. I think you have the power, and when you see that power, dude, there's nothing but the fucking skies for you. Like you're carrying a lot of shit, dude. Like it's not easy to carry that, and you carry it with the fucking power. Like, and yeah, there's times that we get weak and we slip a little bit, but it's how you rebound. You slipped, you caught it, and you came back, and you came back with the passion. Look at your stream changes direction, your mentality changes directions. That just shows you how much you're working and coming forward. You know what I mean? If you don't do those things, you're still the same person you were when you first started. You know what I mean?
And do you understand though? Like Smee sets the foundation for that. The homies set the foundation for that. The raids from DK, CJ. I could go on and on. Like the people it took, the army it took to help this 38-year-old man who's seen immense success and now is a little whatever, anxiety, mental health. When it gets you, it's gonna come at you, and it's gonna attack your weaknesses.
Oh, 100%, 100%. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about that. Like when it comes, it's coming. It's not gonna be subtle. It's not gonna be soft. It's coming, and it's gonna hit you harder than you've ever fucking been hit in your life.
And understand that when you can get that continuously and overcome to where now this is what I do now before I stream. Do you want to know how weird I am?
I don't think you're weird at all.
This is weird. I've never told anybody this.
Don't tell me you play with it before you get on the stream.
Only
I mean that's Kep's ritual. Kep always plays with it before he gets on the stream.
You know, and then I didn't know the camera was on.
Right. And then we were like, Kep, why'd you get back? Why'd you get banned, Kep?
Don't worry about it. but no, I listen to this music that really just I kind of cry.
Hey, I mean,
and getting there, it's a trick. It's a trick I use. There's something that just touches my soul of all things, and you guys are gonna be like, "What the fuck?" The one thing I love this more than my mom, and I haven't loved many things, is my cat, Maxwell. And I think about my cat, and I hear these really, really. I become hypersensitive, and I hear these loud, just empowering women vocals, and it touches my soul, and I cry, and it brings me to the present because I no longer have that anxiety. It peels the layers. So when I start streaming, it's just me and you. It's me. I'm gonna give you everything I have every stream. I don't know how long I'm gonna last. Probably not that long. I hope I make it past 22, but that's me.
All right.
I have to work to calm that down. But that fucking me, when I get an interception, is real.
Right.
I love this game. I am so passionate and so competitive. When I lose, I want to rip someone's heart out of their chest, bite it, and spike it in the ground. Now, we were talking about like how great of a person it's like, fuck. It's just understanding like the competitiveness in. Did I take it too far?
No, this is raw. It's not raw and unedited, bro. There ain't no too far.
There is, okay, but so I try to be this great person, but understand I'm flawed.
We're all flawed. You're not the only one. You're not the only one, bro. We all have our flaws,
please
man.
know when that dark side comes out a bit, or you see you see me talking to somebody in chat, and you're like, "What is he talking about?" There's something behind it. I promise you that I am methodical, but that passion, that emotion, that competitiveness is me. Can you imagine? Being so programmed, you're competitive. If you lose, that means die.
And that's how we're brought up. Like, I mean, in the era that I'll be 37 in the middle of this month, August 21st. I'll be 37. And the era that we come up in is different than this era now. Like,
yes.
You fucking popped an ankle out. You got to the fucking table. You laid down, you pop it the fuck back in, you tape it up, and you go play.
You put some mom put some tussin on it. Let that tussin
get to the and I think like that's something we're taught. We're taught that from a young age in our era, and it's one of those things. Is you come up through that era, there is no being a pussy. Like there's none of that. It's not like these kids are now, where you have to get acclimated to the fucking heat for football. You get a week to get acclimated to the heat before you put pads on. Are you fucking kidding me? We were out there for 2 weeks straight, first fucking practice from 6 in the fucking morning, fucking 6 in the morning until 5, 6 o'clock at night with fucking pads on. It wasn't none of that. You fell over, you got the fuck up, and you drink some water, and you go back at it. And I think that mentality just goes with you, man. Like, because I see myself doing that sometimes when I'm raising my kids. Like that mentality is like, look. You guys ain't gonna be. You're not gonna be like these fuckers that are out here right now. We're not having that. Like my son, I'm hard on him, and I'm hard on my oldest, and I think it's just because we want them to be better than what we are, And I think it's the same thing as like when we get into these games, it's all we know. You know what I mean? Like when we're playing Madden, we've both played college football. You played at a higher level of college football than me, but it's one of those things is that you fucking cross the lines, it's go time. If we hit you and you go night night and stretcher takes you, good day at the office. You know,
I mean,
and it's like it transfers to the game. You don't want to lose.
This is my mentality. Like, I am going to put my helmet in your face, in your chin, every play, and it's going to hurt me so bad that I just know it hurts you. And you're looking at me like, what is wrong with this fucking guy? He's a psychopath. And when you think I'm done, I'm going to just fucking pick you up like you've never been picked up before. My hands are inside, perfect technique, and just pancake your ass. It's like running through a cardboard box. I almost just knocked over my setup because I was getting so excited. But like, you don't have that release on the video game.
Right.
It's like you can just make I mean, there's something about running through someone, putting your helmet in there, and it's just you just take, and it's disgusting in a way. It's dark, but
it definitely gets dark in football. Like
cardboard box. And I just remember these guys, I'm 6'2", 230. I'll pick you up and throw you like a fucking rag doll. That shit was funny to me. Like, I don't care. I'm 6'5", 320. What?
There you go. That's a good idea, Cashy. Yeah, why don't you get a tackling dummy right in the room, bro?
That's what I need.
Get one of the like 50-pound fucking dummies and put it right there. So when you're fucking mad and just fucking bang, just full off tee off.
Hey, I need some channel rewards too. Some channel reward points. That would be a great one. I'll show the homies.
I honestly think that they wouldn't even get to use channel rewards because like if you fucking lose the game, you're turning around and you're gonna fucking whack it. Like I mean, as long as
I'm coming with the thunder too. My hands are gonna be inside. Bam! I'm popping. And with that said,
might be a good help.
Game today.
That might be a good release for you. Honestly, you might want to invest in one of these things. This is good. Put it right behind you so you can turn around.
I think we got somewhere today.
100%, bro. 100%. And I think like getting your story. I mean, so when I want to go back to your college days, I really want to touch on this.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
So
this is a huge impact. It's huge. Impact.
So going back into college, I'm sure you might have. I don't know how many different coaches you might have seen or different things as you go through college. I know sometimes if they lose, the coaches go in and out. Now, did you ever have that one coach that like grabbed a hold of you and it was just like that bond where he was something?
This is a problem to me. This is a problem. So the guy's name is Rick Trickett. Rick Trickett, look him up. He's a famous offensive line coach. I think he's last played. Anyway, we were running an option play. Pat White was our quarterback. So we go, Orange Roger. You don't block the guy you option. I blocked him. And Coach Trickett was going to make an example out of me that day in practice. And he grabbed me by my neck and spit on me.
Oh, now we're fighting.
He said, "You fucking pussy, I will eat." This is how he talks. Ye fucking dumbass. Ye fucking dumb. And like, guys, he's an ex-Marine. I don't have that. I'm not a Marine.
Right.
I'm not. I am not. I don't have that mentality. I don't have that strength. And I'm a football player, but I'm highly aware there's a huge fucking difference. And this guy is motherfucking me. I will fucking kill you. He goes, Mammory, you're an abortion gone wrong.
Oh my.
I'm like, shit. I can't fight. I'll get my mom. She will fuck you up. I don't even know if I can. I'm going to show this tattoo one. But I blocked the guy we were supposed to option right, and man, this season, boy, we were fucking beating everyone's ass. The only game we lost was the Virginia Tech to Michael Vick's brother, Marcus Vick, and they got lucky. Anyway, we're just rolling. The team is just fucking synced. I don't know if you've ever been on a team that just everything is synced.
It just clicks.
I mean, it's like the birds are flying in a V. Please come and fuck with us. We will eat you, digest you, and shit you out in a positive manner.
He said in a positive manner.
It was something I've never seen, never been a part of. And anyway, so we're all rolling. And here I don't know what the fuck just happened. The guy just spit on me.
Right.
So I lost it. I grabbed him, and Smee, I quit the year before, so I'm back. This is my 5th year senior.
Right.
I'm getting a little bit of playing time, not much. And I fucking choke slammed this asshole. And our center, Dan Moses, he played in the NFL for a bit. He goes, "Holy fuck, I think Trickett's dead." I look at Trickett. His eyes are rolling in the back of his head. And he looks, this fucker gets up. And he goes, "It's about damn time." He said it's about damn time. And they fucking carried him off in a stretcher. And I'm like, am I in trouble? Am I kicked off the team? And I remember some of my boys, shout out to my Dade County, Florida homies. They're some of the realest motherfuckers I've ever met. And they just came up to me and said, "Mammory, you're one of the realest motherfuckers. We never knew." And I was just like, from then on, it's just like, fuck Coach Trickett. Fuck him. I'll eat his fucking heart too.
So did you end up getting kicked off the team?
No, they fucking loved it. I didn't know what was going on.
I don't know. It
was the most toxic fucking, but greatest thing that ever happened. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Everything was just right.
Bro, honestly, if you spit on me, I'm doing the same action. You spit on me. Oh no, you're getting fucked up. After I slam you, I'm probably kicking the fuck out of you.
Me. That's me. If someone spits on you, like, even if you're not, like, I'm not about that life.
Right.
But I can't live with myself.
Oh no, we're swinging. You spit on me, we're swinging. Like there's no ifs, ands, and buts. I don't even care. Like I'm swinging, dude. Like I don't give. Nope. That is probably one of the most disrespectful things you could do to a human is spit on him. You spit on me, and we're rumbling. Even if I can't swing hard enough to knock you the fuck out, we're fighting. I'm at least getting something. If I gotta kick you in the dick, I'm kicking you in the dick.
Whatever it takes. Let me say this about college, though. College football at the highest level at West Virginia University, not the highest, but I grew up in Morgantown. So, I mean, I bleed blue and gold. Although the career didn't go as I wanted to, I met some wonderful and had just great experiences. Just wonderful experiences. So you have to, like, this wouldn't be the attitude I had when I was like, "Smee, please, you saved me."
Right.
But you got to flip the attitude. Look at what it brought to you. The not you failed as you didn't make it to the NFL, but so many things were brought to you in the universe. I don't think I'm out here in Los Angeles if it's not for that. And just anyone streaming, this is why I bring it up. If you think you failed, because I think every one of my streams is a fucking fail. And I'm not saying that. You guys will hear me bash myself, and it probably comes across like he just wants us to pick him up. He's a fucking weirdo. That's not the case. What I'm saying, I believe. But there's going to be a stream eventually where it's going to be gone and it's going to stop. And I want chat to recognize that. And I hope chat can be like, they see me every day. I'm the guy who couldn't commit suicide, right? I hope they say, if that fucker can do it, I can do it. So
I think that's one of the biggest things about you is that you're showing a lot of people. You may not see it. I see it. I really get just not the friendship from you. It's more of you kind of, without you doing it and maybe not realizing, but you're giving life lessons, and you're showing people how far you can fall and you can start climbing and it takes a lot of work. There's a lot of fucking work behind what you're doing. Like like I notice it because I've been around you and I've talked to you a lot. Um, but from when we first met to now, like it's a complete flip. Like that switch is completely flipped to another gear, and I think I think where you're heading, I think you're in a fucking tremendous space right now. Like, and you're not far off of being where you feel like you're better. You know what I mean? And I don't think I don't think you see that, and you probably don't hear it enough. And I think that's why I have to reassure you're doing it right, man. You got yourself in a good spot. You gotta have a little bit more faith on your side, bro. Like you gotta believe in yourself. I mean, you're fucking doing it, bro. Like there's like I said, I don't think there's too many in this fucking chat or even around here that are coming back from where you're at.
And if I may say this, you get to this point where I really feel like anybody can stream. It's really fucking easy. I can coach you on how to be successful to be a sporadic streamer. Hey, how are you? How's it going, man? Yeah. And then stream every 2 weeks. If you want to do it consistent, it is tough. It gets to the point where you're like, I don't even know if what I'm saying is fucking funny. Like, did they see my nervous laugh? Did I do it again? Do it consistent. It's like, I don't even know what the fuck is good, what the fuck is bad, but you move in a manner that feels right. And what feels right is building friendships and having the chat talk to one another. And the easiest way for me to look at it is get on there and make some friends and do right.
I mean, I honestly think you do very well with that. Like you are out of a lot of, I mean, I watch a lot of fucking people and I've met a lot of people in the 4 years that almost 4 years that I've been here. And I think it's one of those things that you do fantastic is you are all about making your chat become friends in some way. Like you'll be like, hey, look, this guy does this. He's this guy. He like about your chat. You know a little something about each one of the people that step in your chat. There's something that you can.
May I say, when I get excited and I'm like, oh, that is real. That is real because I have gone 37 years without feeling. Can you imagine that?
No.
All my emotions that I have.
I don't think I ever want to feel that.
This is how fucked up I am.
I don't think you're not fucked up. I'm not saying you're fucked up.
But hear me out. Hear me out. The emotions I felt, I learned at a young age. I calculated it in math, put it in my fake reality, my subconscious, brought it back, and I'm able to be like, "Hey, how's it going? Oh my god, let's go!" Or, but
you do that face again.
When
emo,
can you imagine
somebody
not
meme
feeling
them.
any emotion, but not feeling any emotion for 37 years? Is this this is this. I thought this was a hair. I was like, come on now. Shit.
That's pretty black hair. That wouldn't match your beard there.
Yeah, I was gonna do this shit. What are you talking about? My drip. But I haven't, and when I enjoy it and I have a happy
let me see my drip.
I'm gonna fucking do it. I don't care. I know it comes across as fake, and I love you all the same, but I don't love you all the same. You know, if some dude made an impact in my life, like there was a time I was kind of stuck and I needed someone to talk to, and Bama Girl was there. And when she comes in my chat, I was like, oh shit, Bama Girl, what the fuck is up? I am really that excited because that's my homie. And for some reason, Smee, I feel like this Mammory, this competitiveness is fighting for the underdog, is fighting for the person who shouldn't be able to fight.
Maybe that's your purpose.
That's kind of my purpose. And I want them to see I can stand up to any fucking evil, because to see that light, you have to fall to the dark. There's a sense of respect. I will take any fucking evil, any personality. Please, fucking bring it. It's going to be the worst mistake of your life. I won't even sleep until your demise, if that's what it takes. But I want those who are the underdogs and who didn't fight, who couldn't fight, to see how strong they really are amongst a society who casts judgment on mental health, on whatever, on anything that's a weakness. It tries to eat you fuck alive. And that's just not reality. And I want to show I can mess up and make these weaknesses over. I will expose my weakness. I almost said I will expose myself, but I will expose these
No,
weaknesses.
don't do that. No, no.
It was going so good, and then we don't know. He was doing so good, and then he went fucking crazy.
Yeah, he just lost it.
He lost it. There's nothing we can do. It's a little fucking raisin Mammory guy. But I fight for that underdog, and that's when I can get that interception and take it back. I am not a good Madden player. I'm a guy who plays Madden a lot and just does not accept gun doubles doesn't fucking work. You guys should see my DMs. I have Madden pros who are this just fucking amazing people. Can you imagine where I was a year ago with Smee? A year. I saw the call on Discord. It was a year. To now
weird.
Madden pros.
Kind of weird how it works that we're sitting here right after it's like all but matched up to another to the years from that call.
And you have to understand, chat, Smee, you all are a part of this. And that's why I don't want to fail now. Because before I was failing and it was sabotaging me with the selfish attitude and this victim, why me? And I'm not going to fail if it's for you. Now, there might be these days, if I'm barfing, whatever the fuck is going on, I'm going to fight this shit. I don't care what it is. I don't care what the fuck it is. I'm going to fight it to the nail, and I'm going to try to stream because I love it. Every second, I hope you can see this passion and it's not fake.
No, bro, it's one of those things is I think you've grown so much, honestly.
See those weaknesses, Smee, because I have them all. If I can see those in someone and pick them up and say, hey, this is a skill. This is a skill. Or this motherfucker is a bully. And just because everybody likes them, they're going to bully you too. Fuck them. And just to point that out and being able to be kind of a liaison, because in order to speak to someone who's very down and out, if I talk to them like this, that's a threat.
Right.
But I'm going to talk to them how that's the empathy you taught me, bro. Can you imagine you started that foundation for me? Now I had to take it and run with it, and there's a lot of people involved, but you started that, and that's from this. To me, that's a miracle. What are the chances that we're doing this now? So if you're ever in a fucking bind, if you're ever in I don't know what's going to happen, that doesn't mean assume the worst. I actually think that means assume the best.
Right.
Because the chances of this happening are not good, especially for me, because I'm weak as shit.
You're not.
And it is what it is. It is what it is.
I'm going to say you're not weak. You know why you're not fucking weak? Because you had the strength to do what you've done and change your direction from where you were a year ago. If you weren't strong, you would have folded right there and you would have folded over. And Mammory wouldn't even exist right now. We wouldn't even be doing what we're doing right now. So stop thinking you're weak. And let's get the mind changing and realize how strong you really are. Like I said, you've taught all of us something. Like you've taught me. It's changed. Like regardless of what I've done for you, it's done stuff for myself. It taught me how to. I don't have to be the hard ass all the time. I can have some type of give. I can have a little acceptance. I don't have to carry things. I can learn to allow things out. I don't have to be this fucking monster fucking guy where everything sits here and I have to carry it all. I can go to my wife now. We have a different relationship because of phone calls that I've had with you, talks that we've had. I have a different relationship with her where I know, hey, I can walk to her and be like, hey, look, I got this going on. Like, this is, and then me and her can have a conversation about that. Before that whole conversation, that wasn't me. I wasn't talking to her, even though she's my wife and I've been with my wife for 13 years. You know what I mean? I wasn't doing that. I wasn't talking to anybody. I was a harbinger. I held all that shit in and just fucking kept my mouth shut and did what I had to do.
And it's so hard because that's how we're taught, that's how we're wired, and it hurts the family. And to me, Smee, to hear that, that just brings a light to my heart and my soul. Because
That's
without
your
Nina
strength.
G, without Nina G, I'm not here. And if you can have that strength there's something with a strong woman who can lift your soul. And I don't think the only thing that I ever need is just, hey, when I'm battling these beasts, these fucking, you think anybody control me worse than what I do? I tried to fucking kill myself. Nobody can bring that shit more than me. However, battling these beasts, eventually what goes up must come down. And you start feeling, am I doing every day? Am I doing that? Am I even battling the right beasts? And someone who can provide hope and believe and just say, you keep going. You have a purpose. It's showing.
Yeah,
It's
100% is
showing.
showing right now.
You're benefiting. Do you remember when DM'd you? If I could show you my DMs of people who I didn't even know were in my chat and said I was going to kill myself. And to me, I'm like, Smee, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's heavy, bro. Like it is not a joke when you get those messages, bro. Like it's
And
heavy.
I went into trauma. Like, okay, conduct myself. I cannot be. And you know how you act when you don't know how to act.
Right.
I went to Smee. This is how Smee was for me. So I comforted the individual the same, and then I still have a wonderful relationship today.
Yeah, I mean
And that's just
it's heavy, but sometimes it's just like you have to do it, like regardless of how fucked up. Because like I mean, at the time that we even had the conversation, I had a lot going on for myself. It was just hidden, and like when somebody comes to you, when I first heard it, I'm just like, okay, what the fuck do I do now? Like you know what I mean? But I knew instantly that I had to get on the phone and talk to you. Like you had something you needed to speak about, you needed to talk about, you needed to let something out.
and
And
I didn't have anyone I could speak to at that time, chat. It's not like I could call my mom. She's dead. My family, I mean, there's no fucking reconnect ever, thank goodness. I've not to be a victim. What, and if you ever have the ability to look at your own faults, if you can get in a reality above, if you can get in a consciousness above judgment and look down on yourself and see your weaknesses, you can really become a stronger person. I don't remember what I was going to say, but
I've
I really wanted to get
honestly, that's a huge though. That's honestly like a big thing I think that you've done. I think you've done it without realizing you've done it. You know what I mean? Like it's evident that you've done it. Like, and that is that's the beauty in it when you start learning and you start understanding that you can have things stacked against you in life and they could be fucking stacked. Believe me, they can be fucking over your fucking head. But to have the will and the want to fucking bring that fucking stack down is where life can change. The right people start coming in your life. You know what I mean? Like, so.
and Smee, you're making it sound wonderful. Please know this has been a fucking problem for me,
Well,
and I'm
yeah,
still fighting.
I'm not
No, no,
saying
no,
that.
no, but no, I know you're not, but I want chat to know this. Like you're saying the wonderful part, but I want them to know, Smee, you know this. And I didn't mean you were saying it like that. My apologies if it came across that way. But it's just been this beautiful journey of what my worst fear is has been attacked. And it's not, this is my thing. This is the fighter mentality. This is why I have it. What's the other option?
Give up. That's it.
Give up
That's about the only option
and
that's
let it
left
eat
when
you
it's.
alive and die and die. There's no mediocrity here.
No.
You're not staying the same. You're getting worse or better, okay? And for me, my mental health, these fuckers are never there for me. The Friday, I want you guys to know Friday, I have vomited almost every day since they prescribed me this antipsychotic. I don't know if you guys remember that I had a Twitter post and I was like, I
Mm.
don't know if I need to go to the ambulance. It was scary. And the ambulance came and I've been puking since. And they're nowhere to be found. I can't get a hold of them. They're like, well, yeah, hey, well, the doctor. So you have to fight for yourself. You do need the therapy and everything when you need it is amazing. But there comes to a point where I can't be like my favorite streamers. You have to build your own. That's when the beauty comes out. That's when they say, I've never seen anything like you. The guy, this motherfucker I went to high school with, I guess he's stalking me now. He's a weirdo. He's like, you're a great guy. He works at this big bank in New York. This is the things, and it's like, bro, me. He's like, you need a therapist, blah 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 blah. And
I hate
you
the
want to
word
go there
need.
with me? So you know what I did? Smee, can I tell you what I did? I called his work and I said, this guy, you gotta like leave me alone. I'm a streamer. And he's a vice president of finance in New York City, and he's fucking trolling me. You wanna go toe to toe? I will fucking go toe to toe. But if you're weak and there's love, I'm gonna pick you up the best I can, and I'm gonna protect you. You're not gonna know it, but I'm going to fucking protect you. I'm very, very protective of my friends, more so than myself. And I went on a tangent there.
You're fine, bro. Let it flow. Like that's what this is about. This is what this is
Let's.
exactly about. This is you getting your story out and letting people understand who Mammory is.
So that's kind of actually got weird. But it's just it's strange to me the amount of hate you can generate. But if you are able to get that third eye open,
Jealousy is
and
huge, bro.
here's the thing, to trust your instinct. That instinct is there from evolution, from whatever it is, it's yours for a reason. And trust it. This guy's fucking jealous and he's really weird. Fuck him. I didn't need to call his work, but I did because you want to come to my work and stalk me, I'm going to go to your fucking work. And that's the Mammory. If I sense predator in you, and I'm very good at that, we're gonna fucking, you're gonna get finessed. I will finesse your panties off your fucking, you won't even know it. But if you're not and you have a great soul, it's gonna be a beautiful thing. And to me, that's not okay. But that's who I am. I don't like these fucking people. I don't like them. And I sense them. And sometimes I sense them months before it's known. And I'm just ripping their ass in a chat in a manner that they know. So to me, it's like, does that make me a great person? I don't think so. I think that's why I tend to focus on that. I tend to focus on the negatives like we all do. But if I'm talking about this universe, this beautiful thing, and then this sense of predator and see a predator consistently hurt somebody emotionally who's weak, and that they're making gains, they're gaining energy, that switch flipped. I will become that person's soul just to
He
take
said,
them
"I'll
down.
become their soul." That's some dark. That's dark. He said, "I'll
It's
become your
dark.
soul."
It's some dark shit.
It's
And
like a
that's
bug
kind of
eating
like
you
what
from
I'm
the
afraid to.
inside.
Yes.
But I
Yes.
think we all have that. Like everybody
Do
has
you
that.
think so?
I do.
Honestly, don't tell me that
No,
shit. Like, do you
I
believe it?
honestly think so because there is. I think each person has what triggers them. like me, and like with me, I don't take kindly to people disrespecting women. Like that is my trigger. I kind of relate to you a little bit. I've watched my mom get the living shit kicked out of her,
Oh, and
and
that's worse
once I
than
got
you.
old
That's
enough,
worse than you getting it.
once I got
Getting
old enough, I started doing the kicking. You know what I mean? Like I got like you get that rage eventually, and you fucking hit them back, and you all the rage from watching it happen comes forward, and it's one like it was like for me it was one swing. My mom's boyfriend she's with for 14 years kept doing it, and then eventually I got to the point where I was 12 years old and I could swing a fucking bat harder than he can that his legs can handle. I swung it, shattered both his ankles in one shot, fucking shattered his fucking leg with it, and I was gone. Like I jumped out, had all the cops there, and now this guy lives with pins, and he lives with pins, plates, and rods in his legs. You know what I mean? Like, and he'll always remember that. And I, so to me,
there's a part of me that just enjoys that. It satisfies me. It satisfies this dark
I think,
fucking craving.
but I think it also comes from playing football.
That's why I say I don't think they're like, oh, here comes a sweetheart Mammory. And when I say have a wonderful day in your chat, like I mean that.
Yeah.
It's weird, but I mean that.
No, I mean, like I said, I think we all have the things that trigger us. You know what I mean? I think everybody has something that's gonna fucking push us to that limit to where we're blacking out and we're fucking whatever it is up in front of us. I'm sure everybody has their own triggers. What that may be, none of my business, but it's we all have them. Like there's things that you can say that trigger me and I'm gone.
This really expanded my awareness, and this is going to be the ADD. This is why the Mammory emotes are all rainbows, because you're going to get everything by the time
imagination. SpongeBob.
By the time you leave a Mammory stream, I feel like everyone's fucking exhausted.
I mean, your energy's so high, bro. Your energy gets so high. Like I don't even know how the fuck you do it as long as you do. I'm just like, because I know, like, I'm like, sometimes now that I've kind of changed direction of how I'm doing it, I'm fucking tired now. Like that high energy, like full tilt, like you, bro. Like,
I feel it in my body. I have it. I mean, look,
you bring a special type of energy. That's for damn sure.
But the one thing I want to say to me every time, I'm going to give you guys my energy, and I have to ask myself, is it worth my health? Now it is. Yeah. This is my time. For some reason right now, it feels like the universe is aligning. I don't know why my streams are doing well. No, I do know, because I'm getting a lot of love, but I feel like things are aligning and success is imminent. I don't know in what, but it's only if it's of love and gratitude.
You know why they're doing better though?
What's that?
You want to know why this shit's doing better and why things are better?
No,
because
tell me.
You're doing the work. You're getting better. It might be small steps. But every one of those steps is on top of each other. What do they do when they go on top of each other? Get higher and higher and get better and better. So one day you're gonna come on here and that shit's you're not even gonna think about that shit. One day it's all gonna be pushed to the back and you're just gonna be like, fuck, I did it. Like you're gonna realize it one day because you like honestly, dude, like from where you were last year to now, like it's a fucking 360.
It's a 360.
It's
that's just I try to. I'm not trying to throw this in your face, me, but I haven't had the opportunity to tell you in a healthy manner. I haven't supported you like you would think I would.
I don't need that. Your friendship is enough to me, bro. But a fucking stream means nothing to me, honestly.
That's not enough for my soul. And I'm not saying financially. So it's this flipping of attitudes where it really felt like, guys, I could not get out of bed. Ask Nina G if she's still here. I was fucking, and this is after survive. Like, how much more can be handed to me?
You're just fucking jealous, Cap. You're just kidding. I mean, if you want to get in the middle of it, you can, Cap. Honestly, we'll sandwich your ass. You're small enough for us.
I fucking love Cap, man. I love you guys.
We'll spoon you.
Shit. If I see Kev,
Oh shit.
I'm gonna caress him like he's never been.
Oh shit.
With these Mammory players, I hope we got the 18 plus on, cuz. Shit. Hey,
Kep doesn't want to
Kev,
share.
Kev, do what you got to do with this. I'm looking good.
Oh
You can clip
no.
that shit.
You're getting shrimp dick in your mouth.
I said shrimped. Hey, what it do, lady? Hey, this motherfucker. Yo, can I? So anything goes.
Spank
Anything
bank.
goes. Anything goes.
Yeah, man. Hey, just don't use
So
the
I
N
always
word
thought,
or any of
I'm
the
doing all right in my
derogatory words that will
situation.
get
I'm
us.
doing all right. I'm doing all right with my situation. To the first time I was in the locker room at WVU football,
Oh,
my
boy.
man just an iguana, and he looked at me and he said, "You have a cat penis,"
Jesus God.
and I'm still fucked up.
He said unsubscribed. You are unsubscribed. You don't even have a sub, Yonk. How you gonna already unsubscribe if you're not subscribed?
Anyway, I was doing good till I started talking about that. But
yeah. I think we had enough
he
penis
said
talk.
anything goes. But that's Mammory. That, if I can say this, that is to. Can I say this? What that hat?
I mean, you've already said what you said, so I'm sure you can say.
I want you all to escape that reality, and just
Oh,
if it means 1 second of that guy's really fucking weird. That's kind of funny, but I worry about him. But if it got you out of your anxiety state or depressed state, but didn't hurt anybody but myself, I'm okay with that. I love that. But if not,
but I think that's what makes you you. I think, I mean, Kep's not for everybody, but I mean, we all go watch Kep. Like,
yeah.
Some people can't fucking stand Kep. Some people love Kep. Some people are like, whoa, did he really just go there? Like, they question Kep. But you know what? I mean, that's why there's many different streamers though. There's one for each. There's somebody for everybody.
Let me ask you this, Smee. Do you keep it real like in that? Like, am I supposed to keep it real? Like,
what are you supposed to do? Be fake?
I just keep it. I don't know.
No, like, yes, you keep it. You keep it 100 at all times. It's 100 at all times. You see Kep fake it? No, Kep fucking gives you your fucking pansy. Get the fuck out of my chat. You want to be a fucking cocksucking son of a bitch. He tells you 100%. You're going.
Yeah, but see, that's why I love Kep so very much. Kep's gonna be like, why the fuck is he saying this? But like Kep, like, I have so much respect for him. I see him falling and rising and just keeping it real, and I love it. I love it. And there's a demeanor, a love that you sense that don't fuck with this guy, but he's not fucking with you. But if you fuck with it, like, it's, why are you gonna mess with this guy? And I love, like, he shows so much love, and it's him raw, and to do that is very hard because everybody wants to fucking. And then you have fangs in you. You didn't even know. I just spit on the computer. You didn't even know people who didn't like you, and now you're seeing this stuff. Get kept smart. These streamers, Smee, you guys are smart. We see this stuff. We know what the fuck is going on. I don't know if other people are like, because, I laugh and say stupid stuff. They think I'm stupid. I'm not. I have a master's degree it's from West Virginia University, but
bro, I don't have a fucking degree.
Smart.
You know what I mean?
To be smart. You don't need a degree to be.
I don't know. See, I don't know if you want to, like. I think it's just we learn. I mean, as you grow up, you go through things, you battle things, and you learn from them. Like, you learn from failing. You know what I mean? You really take it in. You learn from failing. You learn from the things you did wrong, and you get to that point where you know how to portray it to other people and give other people the knowledge of your fails. And hey, look, don't go down this road because this road's not the road. Like, it's where you're going to fuck up. Like, like I tell people when they keep doing something over and over, I'm like, You have a
That's
choice.
a problem.
You can run in that circle all you want. You can stay there and keep doing what you're doing. But if you want to be better, you eventually got to make a fucking left turn and break the circle.
Absolutely.
And
And it's going to be uncomfortable.
it's
And
very
it's gonna
uncomfortable.
suck.
It does. It
Guys,
absolutely sucks.
guys, look. You know, it's gonna suck. Look at my head. I'm broken. I can do it. It just takes some hard work. Hey, Still Funky asks if I have any good Pat McAfee stories. I have a good one. I mean, it's okay.
I love it.
So Pat McAfee was a freshman my 5th year. I think he kicked and punted. One of the coolest fucking guys. And you kind of like felt his aura. I didn't know he would be this successful. I'm so happy to see it. But there was one. It's kind of, I'll blend them together. East Carolina. I think this was Skip Holtz's East Carolina. Do you guys remember Skip Holtz?
Not a clue who that is. Not a clue.
He was at ECU, South Florida, and for a second he was doing really, really well. I think this is where CJ. This might be where Chris Johnson was playing at ECU. Anyway,
I remember
he misses
Chris.
a kick, and Dan Moses, the center, goes up to him, if you ever miss a fucking kick again, I'll kill you. And I think McAfee missed the rest of the kicks that year. He's a great kid.
He said he missed the rest of the kicks that year.
I'm like, don't tell him that. He's afraid. He grabs him. He said, I will kill you. And he's like, I'm not just joking. I will stop the air from going into your body. I'm like, geez. And I had a class with him. I still don't know what this means. Chat, do you know what the fuck rhetorical communication is?
Nope.
We had a class, rhetorical communication. I don't know what rhetorical means. And Pat McAfee's there, and I'm like, we're watching a movie. I'm like, what the fuck? So I had my piece of paper, and I wrote, will you go, what was the club? If anybody knows Morgantown, please tell me somebody in here knows.
Oh, it's probably Roy, but I don't
Brass
think
Alley.
Roy's in here right now. Roy would know.
Roy would know Brass Alley. Schuler. But Brass Alley, I wrote, will you go to Brass Alley with me tonight? And we're going to
fudge.
And I wrote, please circle one. Yes or no?
No. Oh my goodness.
And this fucker, he's sitting right there. He's got his dyed hair. And I just, the fuck? I was like, read the note, bro.
So
we're doing everything but learning in this class.
Everything but learning.
So he's like, and you know, to me, it's not Pat McAfee. It's this guy I really, really like.
Right.
I love this guy's energy. He fucking makes me feel young. Do you know when you hang with some of these young homies on Twitch, they kind of bring out life that you just thought was gone?
I don't know if they bring out life. They make me tired because they have more energy than me.
Yeah. Anything. Yeah. Eventually it wears me out. And then I'm like, how the fuck are they this smart? But so I throw it at Pat McAfee. He's reading it. I see his pen, crumbles it back up, throws it. He circles or. So I said circle one, yes or no. And with that said, in my college career, you know, I've seen Dwight Freeney, Sean Taylor, the two craziest athletes I have seen IRL. We played Louisville in 2005. This is my baby, by the way.
Yeah, I think mine's bigger though.
Wait, are we talking about the ring now or my raisin? Wait, my cat.
Well, if you have a raisin, then we got a bigger. See, I got one too, bro. See.
Let me see that shit. You got it?
Yeah.
You about to thump me on your...
It's beautiful.
Yo, let's go. Yeah, yours is bigger.
That's what she said. Just so you guys are clear, me and Mammory never banged the same girl.
Did you see me? Hey, did you see? You got my decor in the background.
Hey, it's a minor league ring. It's I got paid. I got paid for that year. Get out of here.
Damn. I don't even remember where I was going with that. I saw that ring and I was like, what?
You're not Eskimos? Eskimo Bros? What? What? I got paid $35 a game to play Sniper Pro. I think it was the team that I got when I played was like it was like $100 a game, and then you got incentives, something like that.
So I want to the two craziest athletes I've seen IRL.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Michael Bush, the running back. Does anybody remember Michael Bush?
He
If you
sounds
remember
familiar.
Michael Bush, this guy was
Yeah,
huge.
he made the NFL, didn't he?
I think he made the
But it wasn't
NFL.
long. It was only like a year or two, I believe.
H Crib. Oh, H Crib, my dude, man. H Crib, my dude.
And
H
then
Crib. And then
who
the other
was
one
it?
is
Yeah,
Elvis Dumervil.
I remember.
Elvis
Yeah, he
Dumervil.
played for the Broncos, right?
The Broncos. And you know, didn't they mess up his contract?
I have no idea.
They messed it, and then he went to the Ravens, I believe, or maybe vice versa. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know which where he went. I know he played for both teams.
But do you think does anyone in the chat have
Bush played for the
questions?
Raiders. See, that's what I thought. I thought he played somewhere. I couldn't remember. I know
He played for the Raiders. Okay, and guys,
I remember
this
him.
guy could fucking ball. This guy was a steamroller. And then that year we played Miami. Smee, can you still hear me?
Yep, I hear you.
Okay, good. That year we played Miami, they had help me out here. DJ Williams, Vince Wilfork,
God, that's so
Sean
far
Taylor,
back.
Frank Gore,
Reggie, I believe Reggie might have been down there too.
Maybe Ed Reed.
Nah, I don't think Ed played with Ed. Didn't play. I know they had Edward James. Edward James was down there. Sam Tana Moss was down there. So it wouldn't have been.
Frank, right?
It wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have been Ed Reed. Ed Reed would have already been in the league.
I think he would already been in the league. Okay, but Frank Gore, I met him on my official visit to Nebraska. Me and my homie Seppo. Seppo, I forget Seppo Arvin? I don't remember. But Seppo and I were like, you all see this motherfucker? He looks like he's 57. There's no way. He's 57 years, and it was Frank Gore. And his legs are like.
Oh yeah, he got tree trunks. Yes.
Earl Campbell.
Who doesn't know Earl Campbell?
Like if you don't know Earl Campbell,
you're not a football fan.
Yeah. Earl Campbell, Frank Gore reminded me of that. And can you imagine having such a career to where you get battered and bruised and continue to do that? Like we had a saying, in college, if you can make it, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe you needed 3 years to get the pension. And it's tough to get 3 years. So we said NFL means not for long. Not for long.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that. I just know that the career is not that long anymore. Like we talked about this earlier that you'll be lucky to make 3 years unless you're a mega superstar.
Which is what 1% of the 1%.
Probably less. it's probably less than that. It probably makes that cut for 3 years. It wouldn't be long. But
yeah,
I mean, so I think I'm gonna cut it here because that way we can render and everything. And but I appreciate you coming on, dude, and giving us your story, man. It puts so much more things in perspective. And I think it opens up everybody's eyes too with who you are and what you really worked your way through. And there's nothing but love for you, and keep yourself straight, bro, and keep fighting, and don't let nothing stop you. Like you're so fucking far from where you were, bro. Just fucking keep going. Absolutely. Just kick everything that fucking comes in front of you. Just kick it in his fucking face and put it in the fucking dirt. Just keep moving, man. So like honestly, this has been a pleasure for me to interview you, put you on the podcast, and really understand you.
Can I show chat something real quick?
As long as it's not your penis, we're good.
It's not. Can you imagine this, guys? I'm a fan. And then to have this opportunity, like I'm a fan. This is a blessing. Every one of you, Smee, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank
Bro.
you for
No,
having
thank
me.
you for
Thank you for
taking
this
the
opportunity.
time, dude. Thank you for taking the
It's a
time.
pleasure.
You didn't
It's a
have to take the
pleasure.
time. But guys, we will be out next week. Next Thursday, 7 p.m. We will be going to 7 p.m. The only reason why we're at 5:30 right now is because Mammory's West Coast, and it would have been like super late for me to hit him at 7 o'clock now. So let me get the schedule up. So this is what we are looking like the rest of the month. We have Animal is next. Animal is next Thursday, 7
Oh,
p.m.
Animal's gonna be an awesome
So we
one.
get to bring the other ball guy on. So it's gonna be 3 ball guys in a row.
Follically challenge, bro. It's
And
2021.
then
Follically challenge.
we're gonna have one of my sponsors coming on the 19th. It's gonna be Grip Plugs. And then we will have Cody, which is the partner for Advanced GG. He will be joining us on the 26th of August. So that's what the lineup is. I'm gearing it differently than most of what's been going on. Like I said, season 2 is going to be different. We're going to put a lot of stuff out in front of you streamers to give you guys the opportunity to learn how to achieve sponsorships and achieve different things throughout the career if that's what you guys are choosing to do. I want to put those things at the forefront of you guys and give the opportunity to be able to do this if that's what your choice is. I preach to you guys about revenue in different directions at all times because it's not going to be we're not big enough. We're not Tim the Tatmans, you know what I mean? We can't strictly just go from Twitch if if this is what you choose to do as a career. But like I said, guys, thank you guys again, Mammory. Thank you for coming out here and putting your story in perspective for a lot of these people that may not know. And again, guys, thank you guys for showing up in chat.